My name is Tiffany Colvin. My student ID is 3169317 and it is fall of 2017. So first we are going to cut a dog's toenails. The equipment that you need for this is going to be quick stop or silver nitrate as well as toenail clippers. And so a couple things you need to know before cutting the toenails is what the quick is and how to avoid it. So the quick is going to be the fleshy part in the inside of the nail that is going to be filled with blood vessels and nerve endings. So if you quick the dog, it's going to be painful and it's going to bleed. So I'm going to show you how to find the quick on clear and black toenails, and also just a couple, I guess, tips on how to avoid the quick on dogs. So each dog, the quick is going to be at a different length. Rook, my dog, has very short toenails. I keep them cut regularly, but if you are in a clinic and a dog comes in that hasn't had his toenails cut in 5 months, they're going to be really long. When toenails are not cut regularly, the quick grows longer, and so how you counteract this is every 2 weeks or so, Rook, lie down. Every 2 weeks or so, you can bring the dog back in to cut the toenails. So to find the quick, if you have clear nails, you can actually see the quick. You can see the pink fleshy part. I can show you this on this paw right here. So you can see the pink fleshy bit right here, and you can see it to about where it's going to end. It's going to go in sort of a wedge triangular shape. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the very tip off. So for the black nails, now that you can see the clear one, you can actually you can tell where the quick is. You know, you can just take the tip off about the same amount on all the toenails. If there are no clear toenails at all, the best bet would be, if the dog's toenails are shorter like this, would just be go to the triangle and then just taking that tip off. Always start with a very small amount and then take a little bit more off. If it starts getting softer, a little bit more fleshy, or if you actually see the black quick, it's going to be a small black dot, and I would not cut anymore at all. So now we are going to cut the dog's toenails. Okay. Alright, so if you zoom in just a little bit, I can show you where the quick is and what it looks like. And you can see right there, it's going to be that black dot, and you definitely don't want to go any closer. If you go any closer, you're going to be getting into the fleshy part of the quick, and you are going to make the dog bleed. So I did not quick Rook at all, but in case you do quick a dog, you can just use the quick stop, and what you do with that is you can just take a pinch of it out, put it where you quick the dog, and pack it on, and that should stop the bleeding. I'm going to cut the cat's toenails. So the equipment that you need for this procedure is going to be quick stop in case you quick the cat, or silver nitrate, as well as toenail clippers. This cat is a pretty nice cat, so I'm not going to use a restrainer or a towel. Cats tend to do better for toenails or any sort of procedure with the least amount of restraint possible. This cat is not fractious and is not too wiggly, so I do not need to have someone restrain. I'm just going to try to keep him close to me while I cut the toenails. So a couple things you need to know about cutting cat's toenails before you get started. First is how to expose the claw. So how you're going to do this is you're going to push on the back of the paw and just press gently, and then you'll be able to see the claw. Also, you need to know what the quick is and how to avoid it. So the quick is going to be at the fleshy part inside of the toenail that is filled with nerve endings and blood vessels. So if you quick them, it's going to be painful and it's going to bleed. So it's really easy for cats to see the quick and avoid it because cat toenails are clear. So if I expose the claw, you can actually see the quick right there. So all we're going to cut is this end right here. So now I am going to cut the toenails. As this is a very nice cat, so minimal restraint will do. And don't forget that inner digit right here. Alright, so I did not quick this cat, but in case you do quick a cat, or any animal at all you have to do is take a pinch of the quick stop and put it on the quick where you quick them and pack it on, and that should stop the bleeding. And that's it. So now we are going to pill a dog. So the only equipment that you need is the pill. I don't have a pill. I have a piece of Rook's kibble because he doesn't need to take any medication. So to pill a dog, you need to hold the pill between your index finger and your thumb, and then you're going to pry the mouth open, holding the top jaw and the bottom jaw, and put it at the back of the throat, at the base of the tongue. Close the mouth real quick just so he can't chew, and then rub the throat, rub the throat until he swallows. You can also blow in the nose, and that can elicit him to swallow. If the dog licks his nose, you can be pretty sure that he has swallowed. So now we are going to pill a cat. The only equipment that you're going to use is a pill. I don't have a pill because this cat does not take medicine. I just have a small piece of kibble. Before we actually get to pilling, a couple things you should know is if you have a fractious cat or a wiggly cat, I would use a restrainer or I would use a towel, just so you don't get bitten or the cat doesn't wiggle away and make it really hard for you to pill a cat or pill the cat. If you have a very fractious cat, I don't recommend putting your fingers in its mouth. I highly recommend investing in a pill gun. That's going to be the safest way to pill a cat without getting bitten. So before I actually get to pilling the cat, I'm going to explain what to do, and then I'm going to explain it again while I do it. So you're going to hold the kibble between your index finger and your thumb. You're going to hold the back of the head, similar to how you would hold a baseball, and you are going to pry the mouth open by the incisors with your middle finger. Put the pill at the very back of the mouth, base of the tongue, and then quickly you're going to close the mouth and then stimulate the cat to swallow by rubbing its throat and blowing on its nose. After a couple seconds, once you let go of the cat and it does not spit the pill out, then you know that the cat has swallowed. I think this cat is going to do pretty good for pilling. It might try to paw me a little bit, but I'm just going to get it done quickly, and we'll see if we can get this cat pilled. So you're going to keep the cat close to you, hold the pill between your index finger and your thumb, hold the cat at the back of its head, pry open the mouth with your middle finger, put it at the back of the throat, hold the mouth closed. You have to do that really quickly so they can't spit it out. You're going to blow on the nose, rub the throat, and the cat has not spit out the pill, so you know that the cat has swallowed it. This cat was pretty good. It didn't try to paw me. If I had a failed attempt and the cat pawed my hands away or flailed a little bit and got the pill out, I would do it again, but I would either have a restrainer to hold the paws and keep the cat from wiggling, or I would use a towel. And that's it. So now we are going to collect urine from a male dog. So the only equipment that you need is going to be a leash to keep the dog close to you and a clean container. I'm just using some clean plasticware. So what you need to know before you collect the urine is that when the dog starts urinating, you're going to have to wait a couple seconds to actually go under and collect the urine. And the reason for this is the first urine to be excreted is going to have the highest amount of contaminants. And so if you collect urine midstream, it's going to be less contaminated and it's going to be better for doing a urinalysis. So now we are going to collect the urine for the dog. And that's it. So now we're going to apply a gauze muzzle to a dog. The only equipment you're going to need is stretch gauze. I have 2-inch because I have a large dog. If you have a small dog, you can use 1-inch. What you're going to do is you're going to fold the gauze into 2, and then at the end, you're going to make a loop. Rook, sit up. Come on, sit up. Sit. Stay. After you've made the loop, you're going to put it over the muzzle. You're going to do another loop underneath the muzzle, and then you're going to come around to the back of the head and you're going to tie a quick release bow similar to how you tie your shoes. You can see that he cannot open his mouth. Alright, and so when you want to remove the muzzle, all you have to do is pull the drawstrings and then you can take it off. So this is a really good technique to know if you have an aggressive dog that you're dealing with and you don't have a muzzle around. In that case, what I would do is I would come from behind and then do the loop over the nose from behind them, because then if they get scared of something coming towards their face, they aren't going to be able to bite you.